Samatar Bari has popped a question in. Diddy, I'll start with you, funnily enough, here. Where do you think Liverpool will finish with the signings they've got? And the bigger question, asks Samatar, do you see Brendan Rodgers having a future at the club if it doesn't go well?
Well, a lot will depend how they start the season and how they finish it or where they finish. I think he's got to finish in the top four. And if he finishes in the top four, I think he may well stay. But I think they've got to win a trophy in the next 2-3 years, because I think he's the only manager who hasn't won anything in his first 3 years at the club, I think. So yeah, it's a big season, as every season at the big clubs. I think the recruitment was a lot better this year than it was last season. A lot of proven players where we know they have performed in the Premier League. I think Benteke could be the final piece in the jigsaw. I think they've got a wealth and talent and creativity and abundance behind Benteke and Firmino, who's coming in, who's a tough guy who played in Germany. Coutinho had a great season last year. Lallana missed pre-season last year. I expect a lot more from him. So does Markovic. So I think they've got great options behind. My worry is centre midfield.
Is it?
When you play Emre Can there, would you play him now? I'd play him there.
I'm not sure whether he can play midfield. You know, he's got to prove he can play. They played most games at the back last year, where you've got everything ahead of you. You know, if you can't play there as a midfielder, then you can't play
Milner, I presume, has come to play centrally.
Milner, Henderson, and Lucas or Allen. Yeah. So if you come up against the Chelsea midfield, against the Arsenal midfield, which one do you fancy? And this is my worry, whether they are strong enough, whether they're physically strong enough, whether they are creative enough in the middle, whether they pass the ball well enough in the middle of the park. Apart from that, I think everything is there. I like the keeper. I think he's done ever so well last year. Since he got back in goal, and yeah, the manager is there. He changed the coaching staff, so he got the
I was going to ask
confidence.
about that. Yeah.
You know, he says it was his decision. We've got to take it. He said it was his decision. He needed to change his coaching staff because he needed something extra. So he's got the backing of the owners. You can't say that the owners didn't back him in the last few years, because they spent a lot of money. And I think they've got a fighting chance to finish in the top four. Will they finish in the top four? Not too sure, because they were quite some way behind last season. And if you see the way United strengthened, Arsenal, Chelsea, City, if they catch one team out of the top four, I think it'll be City. Yeah. I don't think